Hello guys, Mrs. Sole here from your tutors. We have everyday maths live classes for grade 10 to 12 on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. We also want to do live on TikTok, but we need at least 1,000 followers, so kindly follow us guys. If you want more to prepare for your final exams, we are running a promotion of 250 rands. This will give you access to our Google Classroom, our live Zoom classes, and also WhatsApp groups until your final exams. Thank you guys. See you there.
We refer this as to your numerator, okay, and this one is your denominator. Now, these two, you must factorize them. You must factorize them independently. So you need to know that you need independently, you need to factorize independent. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, you need to factorize this independently. You need to factorize them independently. So then after that, you can cancel the common factors. So you can cancel whatever you have here. For example, here, we have the first question here, where you need to factorize your numerator. So on the numerator there, you can take out x, because x is common. Then x into x squared, you're left with the x, minus x into x is 1. Then we have got over x. And now you can cancel, what is common here? So you can cancel. And here you can see, when you cancel x and x, you're left with 1. Then we're going to have x minus 1 as our final answer. Okay. Now, what about here? It's still the same story. We factorize what is common. In terms of numbers, it's 4 on top. In terms of the a, it's a only. Then we take out the a, and we're going to be left with a inside minus 2, because 4 into 8 is 2. And also a will cancel. Then we have got our 4a down here as a denominator. Then what do we get? We're going to cancel again here. Then we get a minus 2 as our final answer. Okay. Then let's look at here again. Same story that we're having here. We can see that what's common here is 4m. So we're going to take 4m outside and say 4m out. Then we are going to be left with m plus 1, then we have 4m squared. But now we can see that we cancel 4, yes, m, but now m will cancel the power there, and you're left with 1m there, and our answer now becomes m plus 1 over m. Okay, that's what will be our answer. Okay, let's look at the next question that we have. Now, when you have got this, you know you have already learned what called how to factorize this type of question, which is difference of two squares. Remember, guys, you need to apply what you have learned before. Okay, you need to apply what you have learned before. So, in factorization, if you haven't attended my my classes on factorization, you need to check them out. Okay, so here let's see what we have on top. Here is difference of two squares. So it's going to be x plus 2 x. What is it now that I'm putting here? X minus 2. Okay. Okay, let me just indicate to some of you who don't remember difference of two squares. Let me just indicate it here. Okay. So if we have got a squared minus b squared, the other should be a plus b, a minus b. Whichever starts first doesn't matter. So you need to add the what called the squares, the perfect. Remember, these are perfect squares. So you need to add the squares and add them and subtract them, add them and subtract them. Then in that way, now you know that that will be your answer. So let's have a look here and see our problem here. Now down here we can factor out x, because x is the one that is common. Then when you take out x, we are left with x minus 2 in the bracket. Now, what is common here? What is common is x minus 2 on top and x minus 2. When these two are multiples, you can actually cancel, okay? So you can cancel here and cancel here, and your answer now will be equals to x plus 2. You're left with x plus 2 here over x. That will be your final answer like that, okay? Okay, let's look on the second one that we have here. We have what we call the top, the numerator. We factorize it independently. So let's look at it and see how we're going to factorize it. Okay, we need to look for the factors. Again, check my lecture on factorization. Then you'll be able to factorization of trinomials. Then you won't have a problem there. Now, here, when you are factorizing this, we need to look for the factors that if we multiply. So here is our x squared minus 5x plus 6, okay? Then if you take these two, you multiply the 2, you get 6x squared. But now we need to look for the factors. We need to look for the factor that if we add them, we get negative 5. If we multiply them, we get a positive 6. And those two factors will be minus 3x and minus 2x. Okay, so if you say minus 3, minus 2, you're going to get minus 5. If you say, what is it? Minus 3x times minus 2x, you get positive 6x. Okay, so what you need to do here, you just need to open your bracket, your two brackets here. Then you've got your x, then you have got your x. And what we have here is we have got minus 3. Then here you've got minus 2, then over. Then what we have here, you can factor out 2 because it's common. Then you've got x minus 3 is what is your answer there. Then from there, you can cancel out, which is common. Something that is common there. And when you cancel, you're going to be left with x minus 2 over 2. Okay, that's what you're going to get there. That will be the final answer. Now, let's look on the next one here and see what we have. Now, this one here is a difference of 2 cubes. Difference of 2 cubes. I'm just going to extend it a bit like that. Difference of 2 cubes. Now, when you're dealing with difference of 2 cubes, what do you do? That's the question. So here, we need to know that if we're dealing with the difference of 2 cubes, we need to know that if we say a cubed minus b cubed, this will give us a minus b, then bracket a squared plus ab plus b squared. That's our what we difference of 2 cubes. If you are going to add them, a cubed plus b cubed, this is going to be equals to a plus b, okay? Then we need to square a squared minus what is it? Minus ab plus b squared. So this expansion here, it doesn't matter what values you have. So you need to find the cube root. So if you look at this 27 cube root of 27 is 3. Then also cube root of p cubed is p. Then cube root of what we call 8 is actually 2. So what you're going to do now, it's more like you are saying you are adding it's more like you are saying 3 cubed p, or let me put it in this way. You're more like you're saying 3p in bracket cubed minus 2 cubed over 27. Now on the 27p, we can factor out 3. We can factor out 3. You need to go with them simultaneously. We can factor out what is common here. It's not 6 is not common. 3, but 3 we can take out 3. Then 3 is going to go on all of these values. So you're going to take 3 out. Then you're going to be left with 9p squared plus 3 into, it's going to be giving you 6p plus 3 into 12 is going to give you 4. Now, that's what we have there. Now, from there now, we can now factorize there. We're going to have 3p minus 2. we are following what we're doing here. Then in bracket 3 squared, p squared is going to give you 9 p squared. Then here we're going to multiply the 2 here. It's going to be minus plus, 6p, because 3 times 3p times 2p times 2, going to give you 6p. Then it's going to be plus 2 times 2, we get 2 squared, you're going to get 4. Then we close the bracket. Then we go down here. We have got, we take out 3 outside, 9p squared plus 6p plus 4. Then now you can see now what is common here, 9p squared plus 6p plus 4, they are common. What you need to do now, you can cancel them out. You cancel them out, and now your final answer now will be equals to 3p minus 2 over 3. That becomes your final answer like that. Okay. Let's look on the second question here that we have here. We have got also x squared minus 9. This is more like you're saying x squared minus 3 squared, which is difference of 2 squares. Difference of 2 squares we have indicated here. Difference of 2 squares here, that's what we have, different 2 squares, a plus b, a minus b. And here we will see what we have in this case here is going to be x plus 3, x minus 3. Then we need to write them down here. Let's write them down. So it's going to have x, that's the numerator, x plus 3, x minus 3. Then all over. Now, with this one here as a denominator, we need to factorize it. We need to factorize it. And how do you factorize it? I've again indicated this indicated on how to factorize this kind of expression. So you can do this one even aside, like you can do it separately, like we have got 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Then what you do now is that you're going to take this, the first one and the last one. What do we get here? We get negative 6x squared. Then you look for two factors that goes, two factors that if you multiply them, you get negative 6x squared. But if you add them, you get negative 5. So those factors here are negative 6 and 1. Okay, if you say negative 6 plus 1, you get negative 5. Negative 6 times 1, you get negative 6. This is what we want. So we're going now to substitute with the factors here. We substitute the 5x. It's going to be 2x squared minus 6x minus x minus 3. So you can see that we have substituted with minus 1x here. It's going to be plus here. So it's minus 6x plus 1x. That's what we've done here. We've substituted negative 5x. Then we treat this separately. So when you treat them separately, here, you treat them separately. When you treat them separately here, you're going to have in this first one, you're going to factor out 2x in the bracket. You're left with x minus 3. Then here you're going to factor out 1, then plus 1, Then here you're going to be left with x minus 3. So the factors are 2x plus 1, x minus 3. So now we can come back and put our solution here is 2x plus 1, x minus 3. Then from there, we can see what is common there. What's common there is x minus 3, x minus 3. We cancel it out. Then here our final answer will be x plus 3 over 2x plus 1. Okay, that's what will be our final answer. Then let's move on and see our next problem. Now, for this one here, you can see that we have got x plus 2, we have got x plus 2. So this is common, and also have x plus 2 squared here. So this one is not going to give us too much problem here. We're just going to say, okay, we factor out x plus 2 because it's common. Then we're left with x squared minus 4. Okay, then here, that's what we have here. We're going to have a x plus 2 squared. Then in this case here, it's not going to give us too much problem because we're going to cancel the x plus 2. Then here we cancel the power there because it's 2. So in this case here, for you to understand much better, if we are saying squared, it's more like we are saying, let me put it this way. It's more like you are saying x plus 2. Now, x plus 2, then you can see now what we're going to do now. We're going to cancel. Then what are we left with? We're left with x. But now on this one here, what we have is x squared minus 4. X squared minus 4 is difference of two squares. We'll apply that. So it's going to be x plus 2, x minus 2, sorry. Then x plus 2. Okay. Then we have over here x plus 2. And here again, what are we going to do? We're going to cancel x plus 2, x plus 2. Then our final answer will be equals to x minus 2. Okay, this x plus 2 we cancel. Then you're going to be able to x minus 2. That's our final answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next one that we have here. Now, there's something that you need to learn here. That A, or let me put it in the middle here. We need to learn that A minus B squared is the same as B minus A in bracket squared. Okay, so it's something that you need to understand very well. If we say 2x minus 3 squared, this is the same as saying 3 minus 2x squared. Okay, so you must always remember that. Okay, so even if you want to prove it, we can prove it here and say, okay, this is 2x squared, we get 4x squared. Then is 2x times 3x, we get 6x times 2, we get negative 12x. So negative 12x. Then here we're going to have 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. Then again here, if you do the same thing, what you'll have, you get 9. Okay, 9 minus 2, 3 times 2 is going to give you 6. Then here is going to times 2 is going to give you what we call 12, negative 12x. And here 2x times 2x plus 4x squared. So you can see that with the negative part here, it's only the negative 12 here and the negative 12x here. But other ones here are positive, 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 and positive. And that's what we are saying. That's why we are saying the two are equal. Why am I telling you this? Because you are about to solve something similar to that. Now here we've got 3 minus x. Okay, let's look at it. So you're going to say 3 minus x. Okay, let me just put it the way why I was doing that. So 3 minus x, the same as x minus 3 squared over x, difference of two squares here, x minus 3, x plus 3. Okay, then now we can cancel out, goes, this one goes. Then here you're left with your final answer there will be equals to x minus 3, x plus 3. Okay, that becomes our final answer like that. That's what you need to remember. So don't forget this, guys. So don't forget this, what you call when you're solving your questions. Now, we are introducing something new again. Here we are supposed to multiply. Multiply. Here is something you need to note before we start there. Okay, let's have a look here. So if you are multiplying, so if let's say you are saying A over B times C over D, in this case here, we're just going to multiply, and if there's need for us to cancel out. Let's say here is AD. In this case now, we can simply say, okay, this one is not a big problem. We can cancel the A and the A there, and we can say, okay, our final answer now will be equals to, what is it? C over BD. But we need to understand again that if now it changes to A over B divided by, we are now dividing, and when you are dividing, you are now dividing with maybe, let's say, it's C over, let's say, BD. In this case now, we need to change. We need to change. So what do we need to do here? We need to swap the two. So we need to multiply, change the sign here to multiplication. Then you multiply with the reciprocal of this. We multiply the reciprocal of this, meaning to say you exchange the numerator and the denominator, then you change the sign here. So what we're going to have now is that we're going to have A over B times BD over C. So whenever you change the sign here, you must flip the two. You flip the two, then you won't have a problem. So here, C goes down, BD goes up. Then you change the sign to multiplication. Then now you can easily continue now. B into B, B into B, you can cancel. Then your final answer will be equals to, your final answer here will be equals to AD over C. So what did we learn here? We learned that if the sign is division here, we need to swap the next value, the next what we call terms there, you swap them. Then if it's if also you see that something is common here when you're multiplying, you can simply cancel it out, then you won't have a problem. Now, let's look at the current work that we have now at hand. Here, we have got x squared plus 6 plus x minus 6, then over 2x minus 8, then times x squared minus 16, then also x squared minus 2x. What do we need to do? Factorize all. Separately. You must factorize them. You must factorize them separately. So what we need to do here, the first one, we're going to say, okay, x, what are the factors here? That if we multiply, we get negative 6x squared. If you add, we get, positive x. And those two will be 3 and 2. And what must be negative there? The negative must be the smaller one. So it's negative 2 is x plus 3. So if we say 3 minus 2, you get x, which you get positive, 1, which is positive 1x. Then we say over. Then here we are going to factorize 2 outside. Then you're left with x, minus 4. Then times, when it's multiplication, there's nothing to worry about. Then here we need to check here this difference of 2 squares. So it's going to be x plus 4, x minus 4 over. Then here we have got x squared minus 2x. So you factor out x, then you get x minus 2, okay? Just like that. Then what we can now do is that look for common, what is common. What is common here? X minus 2, x minus 2. We cancel. What is common? Denominator and numerator, we cancel. X minus 4, x minus 4. Then you're left with x plus 3, x, it's going to be x plus 3, x plus 4 over 2x. The 2 and the x will multiply and you get 2x. So that will be our solution like that. We can't continue from there because everything is factorized in that case. Okay. Let's look here and see if we are able to solve to apply what we have learned now. Okay, let's use another color here. Okay, so we're going to factor out on top here. we need, first of all, let's try to change x squared plus x over x squared times x cubed over x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, that's what we have. We need to change. So we change, we swap the two. Now we can solve, we can continue with our question now. Now, when we look at this, we're going to factor out, x on top. Then you're left with the x plus 1. Okay, then over. Now, with the x squared now, here we can cancel it out. But no, let's just apply it. What is it? Let's just cancel it out when we are done here. Let's see here. We have got x cubed there. Now we can simply also factorize this one here. It's going to be x, it's x. Then we look for factors that if we multiply them, we get 1. If you add them, you get 2. Then it's going to be plus 1 plus 1. So it's plus 1 here, then plus 1 there. Okay. Then what do we need to do now is to cancel. So we'll cancel here the 2's. Let me just use another color there. We'll cancel here. Then we cancel there. We're left with the x. Then we cancel the plus 1 there. We cancel the plus 1 there. And our answer will be equal to x times x squared over x plus 1. Okay, that will be our final answer. We can't go further from there. Okay, let's look at another one here that we have. We can see that we have got what needs to be factorized on top here, also factorized here, but we need to change here. So what do we need to do when we rewrite it? We need to rewrite it and say, okay, we put it in this way and say x squared minus 4xy plus 4y squared over 2x minus 4. Then times, we only change this, x minus 2 over x minus 2y. Then here times x squared minus 4 over 4. So you can see what we have changed only. We have changed the middle one. So we have changed here. That's what we have changed. And now you can see what we have. Now it's now time for us to factorize them independently. So let's look at the first one. So the first one is x squared minus 4xy, plus 4y squared. So here is a trick here. We need to understand that when you take the 2 here, you're going to get 4x squared y squared. Then we look for the factors here that if we add them, they get us -4. If we multiply them, we get what call 4. So those are -2 and -2. So it's -2xy and also -2xy. So what we need to do is -2xy, -2xy. So we can simply say, okay, it's going to be x squared minus 2xy minus 2xy plus 4y squared. Those that doesn't understand this, please go to my lecture on factorization, then you won't have a problem. Then here we look at this separately, the half. So we take this one here and this one here together and see what we get there. We're going to factor out x. Then it's going to be x minus 2y. Then here it's going to be -2y. Then it's going to be x minus 2y. Then here our answer should be x minus 2y, x minus 2y. Okay, then that should be our answer like that. X minus 2y, x minus 2y. That becomes our final answer. Okay, so we are done with this part here. Then this one here is not going to be a big deal. Then also here is not going to be a big deal. So let's rewrite our value, our way now. Then x minus 2y x minus 2y. Then here we go 2, then x minus 2, then multiplied by x minus 2 over x minus 2y. Then here multiplied by x plus 2, x minus 2. Difference of two squares, guys, don't forget. Difference of two squares, x minus 2 over 4. Now, we can now simply cancel out. So x minus 2y, we cancel that. X minus 2, we cancel. So you can see that you can cancel anyway. Even if the first term and the last term, you can cancel them, because whenever you see something that is common, get rid of it. Then here we have got, what is it? What else are we left with here? X minus 2, okay, we have that. We have that covered. And also down here, well, let's say 2 times 4, which is 8. Then our final answer now should be equals to x minus 2y. Gonna be x minus 2y, x minus 2, x plus 2 over 2 times 4 is 8. So this becomes your final answer like that, okay? This becomes your final answer. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so here you can see what we have. Now we have got k minus 3. So it means that we need to first rewrite our problem here and present it nicely there. We're going to say, okay, it's going to be 6 plus k minus k squared over 3 plus 3k times 1 over. Remember, here is k minus 3 over 1. So now it's 1 over k minus 3 times, here it's going to be k squared minus 1 over 2k plus 4. Now, so now we can simply factorize each of them separately. Then what are we going to do here? We also check what are the two factors. If we add them, we get positive k. If we multiply them, we get negative 6k squared. So those are negative 2 and positive 3. So we're just going to say, okay, k minus 2, k plus 3. Then over here we have got 3 outside. Then it's going to be 1 plus k. Then here times 1 over k minus 3 times k. When you have got k, k squared minus 1, difference of two squares is k plus 1. K minus 1, okay? Then here, let's look here, we'll factor out 2 is k plus 2. Okay, now we can now check for common. What is common here? We have got k plus 1. 1 plus k and k plus 1 is the same thing, guys, don't stress. Then here k minus 2, okay, k plus 3. Then what else are we seeing there? Let me see here if we have done our factorization okay there. Let's just look at this. Let's just look at this, guys. Let's look at this one here. If we have got 6 plus k minus k squared, we take this one, we're going to have negative 6k squared. Then what do we have now? We're going to get, what is it? The two factors, which is negative 2k and 3k, okay? Then we say 6 minus 2k plus 6 minus 2k, then plus 3k minus k squared. Then let's see what we have here. 2 outside here. 3 minus k. Okay, then we're left with k there plus k. Then you get 3 minus k. So our answer should be 2 plus k. Then 3 minus k. Okay, so we just need to change here. It's 2 minus k and 3 minus k. Sorry about that one. Let's change here. So let's put with another color so that you know that we have made a mistake there. Okay, so now let's try to see if there's anything that you can cancel. 3 minus k, 2 plus k. Okay, so we can cancel this one here. We can cancel this one. Okay, but 3 minus k, these two are different. This is k minus 3 and 3 minus k. They are different. Okay, so what you're going to have now is a final answer. Your final answer should be equals to 3 minus k. Okay, I'll show you something there again. Let's write 3 minus k there. Then again here, k minus 1. Okay, then all over 3 times 2 is 6. So it's going to be 6, then k minus 3. Okay, then what we need to do now is that we apply a negative. We apply a negative. When you apply a negative here, this will change to k minus 3. So in this case here, it will favor us. So if we say negative, then now we're going to have k minus 3 on top, then k minus 1 over 6 in bracket k minus 3. Then in that case now, we have something common here. What is common is k minus 3, k minus 3. Then your final answer should be equals to negative k minus 1 over 6. Okay, that becomes your final answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question here that we have. We need to change the last term. So we're going to say, okay, let's have it. It's going to be 2k squared plus k minus 6 over 2k squared minus 6. Then we have got times k to the power 4 minus 9 over k plus 2. Then here we have got, what do we have here? We've got multiplied by 1 over 2k minus 3. Then you can see what we have done on the last term. We are saying 1 over because there is what? This is more like 2k minus 3 over 1. So what are we going to get now from there? Let's try to factorize this one separately and see what we get there. 2k squared minus plus k, minus 6. We get that one. We get negative 6k squared. We take the factor that we multiply them, we get negative 6k. We add them, we get positive what called k. So again here we can see that this is going to be minus 2k and 3k. Then here we're going to say 2k squared minus 2k plus 3k. We are substituting this with substituting k with these 2 minus 6 here, 2k outside there. You're going to lose the k minus 1. Then here you're left with 3 plus 3 there. Then you're left k minus, what's wrong here? There's plus 3, there's 6 there. 2k squared minus 2k. What are we having here? Why is it different here? Because this one should be k minus 2. 3 into 6 will give us 2. There's something wrong there, which I've seen it already here. So the problem here is here. The 12 is supposed to be 12 answer. So let's just rub it. I'm sorry about that. Okay. This is negative 12k squared. Then your two values that if you multiply them, it's going to be 4k and 3k, 4k and 3k. Now with 4k and 3k, what should be negative here? What should be negative? The smaller value. So negative 3k. So it's going to be 2k squared plus 4k minus 3k. What is it? Minus 6. Then here, what are we going to do? Going to look at them 2 here. Then you're going to get 2x and bracket k plus 2k, sorry, k plus 2. Then here negative 3. Then you have got k plus 2. Then our answer should be 2k minus 3. Then k plus k plus 2. That becomes our final answer there. Then the rest here, we can simply factorize them easily. Okay, let's look at it now. We're going to put our value now. Our answer now should be 2k minus 3 on top, k plus 2 over 2k. This one is no longer 2k. We factor out 2k squared minus 4. Then what do we have here? We have got times. Now k squared minus 9. This is the same as k squared minus 3. Difference of two squares. K squared plus 3 over k plus 2. Then here times 2k minus 3. One over 2k minus 3, like that. Then we can simply see that we can cancel out what we can cancel out so far is that one here, k plus 2, we can cancel them out. Then you're left with k squared minus 3 and that one. Then in this one here, we can simply also solve it, factorize it by difference of what? 2 squares. So you've got k squared minus 3 on top. K squared plus 3. Then over 2. Then here, k plus 2. K minus 2. That becomes our final answer like that, okay? This becomes our final answer. We can leave it like that. Then let's look on the last question here. The last question that we have, we can see that we need to factorize everything sorted out here. We just need to factorize each of them. Then we are going to have the first one. You're just going to take out the 7 outside. Then you're left with the 2 minus x over x squared plus 2. We're just going to open 2 brackets here. This is going to be x. Then you look for the 2 factors. You multiply, you get negative 2x. But you add, you get x. So this one is going to give us, it's going to be negative 1 and 2. So negative 1 plus 2. You multiply the 2, they give you negative 2x squared. You add them, they give you 1. So we say multiplied by x plus 2 over, we take out the 3 outside, it's going to be x minus 2. Now, then in this case here, we can simply cancel out what we have that is obvious here. But now we are left with 7 2x 2 minus x over x minus 1. So we can take out the 3 here. Then x minus 2. Then we are having a problem here. Where are we having a problem? Where we have 2x minus x minus 2. What do we learn now? We learn that we apply negative. We apply a negative. When you apply a negative, it means that this will change what call everything now. It will change your 2, 7. So we can change the top one here. It's going to be x minus 2 now. Then we apply the negative here over 3 x minus 1, x minus 2. Then we can cancel them out there. What is common here is x minus 2, x minus 2. Then our final answer there should be equals to negative 7 over 3x minus 1. Okay, that becomes our answer. I hope you guys, you understood the concept here of applying a negative. So what we are simply saying here is that we are saying A minus B is the same as negative B minus A. Okay, so this is the same thing. So if we're applying the negative, we can change the 2, we can swap the 2. So it's still the same thing, because if we are to take negative inside here, if we are taking negative inside, it's going to be equals to negative, it's going to be negative B plus A, which is equals to, if you start with A, it's going to be A minus B, which is what we have on the top here. So that's why we're applying a negative. So once we apply a negative here, it changes the 2, it swaps the 2 to start with x minus 2, because we are having our negative there. Don't forget to do that, guys. Don't forget that that part of what we call of the factorization. I've also indicated it. We've done the questions on my factorization what we call on a simple expressions on what we call on one of my lectures. So you just need to check your algebra lectures that I have done before. All the best, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.